Hello guys, just very quickly a quick update here. Basically based on yesterday's mega dump in overall commodities. So we're just going to check here short-term, long-term, how are we doing, where are we, what to expect in my opinion. Again, this is Saturday, so this is the weekends, the markets are closed. And yeah, let's see where we are, guys. Let's have a look. Again, Substack, guys, that's where I do most of my work with regarding to entries and all that. So definitely join me there if you want to. Again, I haven't, planned it perfectly, but I'm just going to go through gold, the dollar, basically oil, silver, platinum, and uranium, just very quickly here. It will not be a long video. We're going to the 4-hourly here on silver. Just brief update here. We had this, mega breakout here of 26. That was the big breakout. And then we had a huge move to 30 down to 26 again, testing that level. And then we went on again. And now we are basically within a lot of volatility. This was a bit more controlled, a bit more squeezy. And this is more like a bull flag kind of thing. And this was yesterday's mega dump. So yeah, basically we tagged it here. We have the first impulse, the second, and now we actually already have the third here. Still, you can see here we are in a mega uptrend still. 30 weekly is down here again, higher highs and higher lows, and just like over here, we finally have the third impulse low. We don't know how low it will go, but definitely we are at that point in time where this correction should be over. The only thing I don't like is the speed of this drop here. You can see it's very one-way direction, right, to the downside. Similar to this was also kind of harsh. This a bit more controlled. So again, I do think we will find support here. Closing below 30 is never a good thing. But I saw a post on Twitter where it started to drop exactly when the Chinese market closed, meaning I think they have a holiday on Monday as well. So meaning only the American paper markets were open. And then we had the non-farm payroll. We can zoom in here just a bit here, maybe just very quickly. I think it is here. Yep. I think here we have the Chinese market closing. Here we have the non-farm payroll, and then we have always the, the PM AM fix, I think it's called. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But still, overall, silver looks really good. There's nothing to it. The 30 weekly here, you can see we broke the 4-year consolidation here, inverted head and shoulders, puts targets. I think it is 36, and this move here targets roughly 45. So again, overall, really bullish, but a lot of volatility. And this momentum here from Friday it takes some time to overcome that again to the upside. So gold also long-term looks absolutely incredible. It is my take that this break here is this break here. And first bull flag. So overall gold looks really strong in my opinion still. Yes, we did have the 4-hourly here. You can see again, mega dump right there. So yeah, again, short term, high volatility. And we did also actually close just within this channel here. So we shall see how it happens. But long-term gold, I'm not worried, not at all. Again, we need to trade below basically 2K before I'm turning bearish. And I actually don't think that will ever happen again. We have this inverted head and shoulders targeting 2,650. Again, we have only reached 2,450, so still some way to go. And from here on up, we still have roughly $400 until we reach that target. Then you also, Then also we have, this leg up here, you can add that. And I think it gives roughly 3K as well. So gold is in a massive weekly, monthly bull market. And yes, yesterday did hurt quite a bit here. The dollar, actually, you can see the dollar here. Let's zoom in. We did have a break of the channel here. This is a 6-month channel breaking down into support here at roughly 404. And then obviously with the job numbers, we broke back above into the channel. So the dollar here is a bit more bullish here short term. I do think longer term we could be rolling over. If we get above here, which is roughly to 106.3, then mega bullish on the dollar. So a bit of a false breakdown here. But if you measure, let's say, silver in dollar terms, you can see silver outperforming the dollar. So they can both rally, together. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Long-term oil, extremely bullish. Short-term here, it is bearish. We broke the green support. Again, we broke this very, very important level as well. So again, oil right now is looking bearish. We do, however, have like the three impulses here. So I do think that we are going for a counter trend, and then we shall see how it performs there. Basically, you can see the channel there also. So definitely a mix here, but I think again, longer term, zooming out, I think this is just one big consolidation here. It will blast higher. Short term, a bit more iffy to the downside. Platinum here took a huge hit. And again, if we ever trade above 1100, I see, platinum be a huge winner. The reason for that is we have this mega inverted head and shoulders that will get triggered roughly above 1100, maybe a tad below, but I have 1100 as the high there. But basically triggering here at roughly 1050 is also valid. It did take a lot of damage here yesterday. You can see that daily candle from 1000 down to 960 roughly. But we are coming into a lot of support. You can see here across the board, there's a lot of support coming in, and also same thing. We have, I think, the three impulses here are that we are in the third impulse, and that we should start to go higher. But yeah, definitely, platinum is not in a bull market. It's still, sideways correcting, which it has done for like 3.5 years. So palladium here didn't take. It's not in a bull market by any means. It's still in a downtrend. Actually, it's trying to make the bottom here, and I also have 1100 here as the big level to get back above. But now you can see the 30 weekly coming down. Potentially we have some weird inverted head and shoulders in the making, but yeah, I still think we need to get above 1050 to 1100 to be in a bullish mindset here. But it's definitely working on something here, in my opinion. So quickly, uranium took a big blunt as well, and you can see here from a long-term perspective, it's still okay. But again, the longer we spend here, the more risk we have to have like a detour. So you can basically see here, if I just align the lines here correctly, there it is. You can see here the daily candle basically tagging again this long-term golden trend line here. So we are actually at a big, very, very important moment here. We cannot lose the golden here, nor that would also mean we lose the yellow uptrend and the 30 weekly. So roughly here, 29.3, let's call it 29, is a very, very important level to not trade below, because that opens a lot of, like an air gap down there. So next week, probably the most interestingly week to come when looking at the bearish case for uranium here, if we all of a sudden start to roll over a bit here. Long term, again, I have no doubts in my mind that we are going to see higher prices, but again, it could be that we could spend the remaining of the year basically pulling down and then finally coming back. So breaking out, if we start to break down here a bit, then we will probably break out again, to the upside, December. So a long way to go from there. If we start to move down, then we need to do a lot of, unwinding of the damage there. I think that's it, guys. I will not go into any further details. Only that maybe the URNM looks better than the URA, which is good. We're still, above the triangle high here, basically hitting it yesterday. Also, we have this rail, which we are above. So URNM looks better, and that's good because that's 100% pure play. But same thing here, we have a green uptrend. We have some supports here, so we need to curl up next week. We need, like, you know, a green week and start to grind higher here in order to not have, you know, open up more downside here. Then we can easily drop at least 10% if we start to move further down here. So uranium here in a bit of a pickle. Also looking at the uranium spot price, there's also a bearish case for a move down to, I think, 70 before eventually going higher, and that will basically be like an ABC correction of the spot price. We can just quickly look at it here if you want to. The last thing before I will leave you. So basically here we have the high here, the move down, the bear flag, and then we can copy it here, and that targets roughly, in this case, yeah, 40, excuse me, 74. So roughly, depending on how you align it here, you know, a tad above 70, which would make a lot of sense here. And that, I think, if we get that drop, that will reflect to some degree also in the miners, obviously. So that's it, guys. Have an amazing day and see you in the next one. Bye.